Welcome to my flute studio today, where we have many other lessons going on in practice rooms around me. Today, we're going to talk about what sequences are and how we can play them in our music to make them sound musical and make the music sound more interesting. A sequence in music is when we have a musical idea that is repeated on a different note of the scale. It keeps the same note and rhythm pattern, it just starts on a different note. And so I'm looking at the Region 17 middle school etudes. This is the slow etude. And I'm looking at 3 different spots here. The first spot, measure 5 and 6, is where we first see a sequence. And our sequence happens right here with these 3 notes and then with these 3 notes. When you have a sequence in music, you want to make it sound more interesting by either getting louder or getting softer with each repetition of the sequence. And you take the cues from the music to tell you whether you should get louder or softer. Because we start here on an E flat and go E flat, D, C, and then the next one we start on D, D, C, B flat. We're going down a scale, we typically get softer. And so on this first one, we're going to play it louder, and then on the second one, we'll play it softer. All right, on the second example of a sequence, we start here on B flat, and then the next idea of the sequence starts on C. So we are going up the scale. And so that means that we're going to crescendo. We're going to get louder as we continue down the sequence. And so this first one, this is how I write it in my music. We've got 2 repetitions, and so this is softer of the 2. And then this one's louder of the 2. And so essentially we are going to do this crescendo, and then the measure after it, we're going to follow the shape of the notes. Since they're going downwards in a scale pattern, we're going to diminuendo it to make a nice ending to that short musical phrase. On the third example of sequences in this etude, we have 2 repetitions of the sequence right here, starting on B flat and then going up to C. So again, we're going up a scale, looking at the first note of each repetition of the sequence. Also notice we have a crescendo that goes across 2 measures. So we take those cues from the music to tell us that we should get louder with each repetition of the sequence. And so here's my notation that I like. So this one's going to be the quieter of the 2. We're also, notice, at mezzo piano here. So we're quiet, it's the start of a crescendo, and then this one is the louder of the 2. And then we continue on in measure 14 with this crescendo, nice, strong, steady air through that scale so that we have a really nice, strong crescendo using lots of air to finish off that musical phrase.